First group we're going to get to hear here in a second is the Junior High Jazz Band. I'll introduce them in a minute. First thing I'd like to say is a couple things about what we're trying to train our students on, and that's a little bit of concert etiquette. Obviously, we're in a gymnasium, and the going in and out while a band is performing, if you could just try to keep that down, because the stands, as you know, are pretty loud as they're coming down. People will try to videotape their students, so we'd appreciate if you guys would help us with that. At the end of the 7th grade performance, the 8th grade performance is only about 10, 12 minutes of music, so we want them to stay so they can see the 8th grade, because the 8th grade is doing an awesome job. And so we want them to obviously be able to see that. And so what we'll do between 7th and 8th grade bands, we will switch out, but we'll move as quick as we can. And at the end of the performance, if anybody wants to help set up, or I'm sorry, tear down, put stands and chairs up, that will be awesome. That means we can all get home as quick as possible. All right, so this first group is a Junior High Jazz Band. We meet in 2 different classes. We have my jazz band, and we have the Act Live Jazz Band. Raise your hand if you're only in the Act Live Jazz Band. So there's several kids that are just doing that class, and then several kids that are in my class. This first piece is a piece called Blues to Grow On, and it's going to feature, let me get my list because there's several of them. It's going to feature Kate Hansen on trombone, you can wave, Dominic Martinez on alto sax, Landon Parker on trombone, Riley Keel on bass guitar, and Brandon McDonald on piano. This is a Blues to Grow On. piece is going to feature a couple different players, not like actual solos though. This is going to be conducted by Mr. Hettenhausen. He's the one that teaches the Act Loud Jazz, so this is Deck the Halls. It's kind of a playoff of a song that came out, I don't know, 10 years ago, Who Let the Dogs Out? Maybe it's 15 years ago. This is Who Let the Elves Out. It's going to feature Kate on trombone again and Dominic on alto sax. Who Let the Elves Out? Piece. If you didn't notice, we're trying to get as many kids soloing as possible. So this next piece is one that just features them on solos, and we're going to feature 5 different people. Kate Hansen again on trombone, Trevor Walters on alto sax, Landon Parker on trombone again, Dominic Martinez on alto sax, and Brandon McDonald. This is Jamming with Charlie.
right? Especially if you play, I don't know, like trombone or perhaps clarinet sometimes. It's always really difficult for us to learn how to play your instrument. But at this point, the students have been working hard every day in class, and hopefully you can hear a huge improvement from when they first started. Students, like I said, they work really hard. They've improved a lot, and it's going to be a really exciting experience for them. So the first song we're going to play is just a little arrangement of Jingle Bells. At the very first four measures, you're so the next song we're going to play is a little arrangement of Jolly Old St. Nicholas. This one is actually going to feature the percussion section. So the first time everybody's going to play together. Then only the percussion section will play. Then everybody will also play together. Mr. Ettenhausen, another director we have here, he's mainly does percussion, and he's their teacher, their impact. So Mr. Ettenhausen is going to come on up. Okay. Jolly Old St. Nicholas. Sorry, a little louder. So our last piece here is going to be another arrangement. It's going to be We Wish You a Merry Christmas. We would like to say from all of us here at the band department, we're really proud of these seventh graders, these kids, and how hard they work this semester. Every day they go to class, there's no break day in band class. Every day we work on getting better, and that never changes. All the way up to today, second to the last day of school. We were rehearsing, we were working on our music, working on playing better, we were working on tempo and brass class, and maybe some phrasing and classes. So, they work hard, they come in with a great attitude, and we're just really proud of these kids and what they accomplished this semester. All right, so thank you all so much for being here. We would ask that all the seventh graders stay and listen to the eighth grade performance, so they can hear the kind of next step and they can support our eighth graders as well. So thank you all very much.
Before we play our 8th grade pieces, I want to also thank you for coming out. This 8th grade group has been a lot of fun to get to know and rehearse. We have the largest 8th grade band. Since I've been here 20 years. This is the largest group. We have about 92 students. Several of them are sick tonight. Unfortunately, as you know, the flu and other stuff is going around, so we have a lot of them that have to go home this morning. But a lot of them are here. We're super excited about it. And we're really excited about them coming over to the high school next year. I was telling them earlier, we're looking at having one of the largest bands in the high school in the last 40 years. If it all come over, which would be amazing, since 1983. So I'm pretty excited about that. So my first piece is a piece called Sleigh Ride. It's by Leroy Anderson. You were at the high school concert. They also play Sleigh Ride. This is a challenging piece. And then we'll do What Child Is This, which is our second piece. This is the last piece. It's going to be kind of a fun piece. Before we do that, though, I want to recognize a couple of the people I see trickle in. If you're a teacher in the district or an administrator in the district, if you guys would wave, I'd like to acknowledge you guys that came to the concert. Thank you so much for that. So I see a lot of junior high teachers down here, and I think that's awesome. All right, this last piece is going to feature narration, and this is going to be Dave Howard. He's going to be the narrator. So here we go. Yes, Mrs. Warren. Where's Mrs. Warren? There she is. That's the junior high principal. So give her a round of applause.
Once on a spooky Christmas Eve, as Santa was baking the deliveries, fog rolled in and owls rang out. Santa landed on a haunted house. Oh, oh no, I wouldn't go. Oh, oh no, what's that in the snow? Up on a housetop, creak, creak, creak. Now from the chimney comes a shriek. Reindeer were scared and wanted to fly. Santa's been calm and went inside. Through the chimney with all the same name. Even a ghost would consider that a trick. Oh, oh no, I wouldn't go. Oh, oh no, what's that in the snow? Up on a housetop, reindeer shake. Bring back the sound feel big. Big mistake. Down in the old house, St. Nicholas explored. The creaking he heard was just a little floorboard. The shriek from the chimney must have been the king. Standing by the fireplace, drinking milk when Santa made his landing.